On 6 October, Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049, probably the most anticipated film of the year, will release in theaters. It's hard to believe that the film is a sequel to Ridley Scott's Blade Runner based on Philip K. Dick's 1968 novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep has turned 35. Perhaps this is because its cyberpunk-meets-neo-noir palette is still being borrowed, and its gritty approach retrofitted to whichever future shock scenario Hollywood turns its attention to next. Starring Harrison Ford as a grizzled ex-cop who hunts down bioengineered beings called replicants in a neon-lit Los Angeles of the future, Blade Runner was a rare 80s Hollywood movie that operated in a commercial vein but was still arrestingly strange. Novelist William Gibson, a third of the way into writing his own sci-fi classic Neuromancer when the film released, saw it and decided he was sunk, done for. Everyone would assume I'd copped my visual texture from this astonishingly fine-looking film. He later told the Paris Review, "It affected the way people dressed, it affected the way people decorated nightclubs. Architects started building office buildings that you could tell they had seen in Blade Runner. It had had an astonishingly broad aesthetic impact on the world." Here are some ways in which Blade Runner changed the face of pop culture, providing the template for dystopian sci-fi cinema. Few major Hollywood sci-fi films after Blade Runner have been spared from its influence. The DNA of Scott's film can be seen in Gattaca, The Fifth Element, Strange Days, Dark City, The Matrix trilogy, Ghost in the Shell, both the 1995 anime and the live-action version released this year, and a dozen or so others. Steven Spielberg, who adapted Dick's Minority Report and whose AI artificial intelligence has several sequences reminiscent of Blade Runner, said in a 2002 interview to Wired, "I thought Ridley painted a very bleak but brilliant vision of life on Earth in a few years. It's kind of acid rain and sushi. In fact, it's coming true faster than most science fiction films come true. Blade Runner is almost upon us." It was ultra-noir,